What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to give you a good breakdown of everything that you need to know for this upcoming week, go over some updated data points, and tie it all together with some technical analysis at the end. Before I get into any of that though, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. With that, let's get right to it. So as far as the day on Monday, it does appear that right now we are doing fairly well, up roughly about 6%. So clearly a lot of good things are coming. As far as economic events, there isn't really anything this week that could cause a lot of direct volatility within Lucid, but it is earnings week and anything can happen, and there is a big earnings coming out on July the 20th, and that is Tesla. So we all know whatever happens to Tesla one way or another, it does trickle down to Lucid, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So in Tesla's case, they have cited supply chain issues out of China. So if that does actually come to realization and really affect their bottom line, then that might really kind of trickle down in a very negative action to Lucid, in addition to production numbers. If Tesla, oddly enough, does not hit their production numbers, that is a little bit more of a touchy subject for Lucid. We all know that is one of the biggest negatives of Lucid, is their lack of ramping up production, and in reality that will negatively affect Lucid as well as far as the price point. But outside of the Tesla earnings though, there's going to be a little bit more volatility near the end of the week when people start to kind of think about the next Fed meeting, which is on the 27th. So there might be a little bit more chatter about recessions, about possible interest rate hikes, inflation, all of that fun stuff that investors love to talk about. But in general, that might be for the tail end of the week. I do see a continuation of buying from an institutional stance. So this is all the buying that happened on Friday. So massive amount of institutional purchasing happening behind the scenes. And I do see that as a continuation more so for this week. So just keep that in mind. And keeping in line with institutions, there's going to be a lot more 13Fs coming down the pipeline. All the big players are going to be in August, but still, it is good to see what actual institutions are doing as of right now. And you can see as of the 15th, a lot have actually closed out the positions. You can see the red right here. There has been some kind of adding, so the green ones, and in addition to that, some just in general adding 33% and so forth. So I think this might be a good catalyst, possibly, depending on what comes out this week. So just keep that in mind. But outside of this though, I think a lot of people are still going to have the Q2 earnings in their mind and kind of associate a lot of articles. And there's two articles I do want to bring up with you. One good, one negative. So the good one here is 25% of Americans want EV as their next car. So that in general should be fairly good. We all know Lucid's studios have been doing what they are intended to do, raise demand and get reservations. So that definitely should equate to, as far as more of a Lucid stance within North America, which is a very positive thing. But out of Europe, you can see this article, so out of Germany, plug-in car sales continue to decrease in June of 2022. And there's been a common kind of article over the last couple of months. And we all know Lucid just recently opened up a studio out in Germany, and I think the Q2 earnings, there was a huge anticipation that we are going to get a massive amount of reservations out of Europe. So if this article and articles in the past have been fairly accurate, then it'll be very interesting to see how that translates to actual number of reservations. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. But generally speaking, I think we should be fairly okay. But I'm just going to quickly pop back over to Ortex and give you an update on shorts, because there's been plenty of cases over the last 1 week or 2 weeks possibly where we've had a record number of shorts closing out the positions. So as of right now, we are at 22.12 for a short interest, which is relatively low considering we were at almost 25. So it is good to see things are starting to change. Cost to borrow is at 17.64. That is the average. And as of right now on Monday, they're actually increasing 0.36%. So take that how you see that. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. But with that, I'm just going to cap it off with some technical analysis. So given all the circumstances, we are doing fairly well. On the actual chart, we are higher percentile of the Bollinger Band, but not enough to get outside of that, which is a very positive thing. Keeping it nice and healthy. Even though we are up roughly about 6%, give or take, it's still relatively healthy. RSI is currently at 60. Stochastic, you see a nice deviation, so black line above the red, showing a nice bullish trend. And momentum, you can see today a lot of new buyers getting in, so that's a very positive sign. And so let me know your thoughts on Lucid in the comments below. Given the circumstances though, I feel that we can easily get to roughly about $22 to $23, but I do feel that it's going to be largely dependent on Tesla. Whatever Tesla comes out with, if it is the good, bad, or the ugly, like I said, it will translate to obviously Lucid acting appropriately based on the price. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I greatly appreciate that. With that, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.